16 years old. When I was 16 years old, I started suffering with really bad depression and anxiety. But my depression started when I was about 12 years old, and I never knew what exactly was wrong with me because I thought that I had everything that I needed, but I had other factors in my life that led me to feeling that way, and I realize that now, of course. But that's besides the point. The book that I'm gonna be reading today is 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think. I really love this book. It's not particularly a book that you read, I guess, page by page, but it's just a book that you can kind of just skim through, but not skim through, but just open a page and read about different things. I believe that mental health is really important, and it's definitely not something that we should neglect. I myself suffer with really bad insomnia, and ASMR was one of the first things that I found to help me with it. I found ASMR when I was probably about 13 years old. I saw it on Reaction Time when it was that one girl, ASMR Darling, and I didn't understand why I got a tingly feeling down my neck all the way to my back, or is it up? I don't know. But yeah, and I've stopped listening to it since then. I watch it every night on my iPad, and especially times like now, I find myself watching it more and more, even if it's for even 15 minutes in the middle of the day. I will lay down and watch it if I'm feeling really anxious or overwhelmed. Yeah, so this book is written by Brianna Wiest, and I'm just going to read the highlighted parts that really stuck out to me. This is page 12. I'm gonna go ahead and read this one to you. Sadness will not kill you. Depression won't either. But fighting it will. Ignoring it will. Trying to escape it rather than confront it will. Denying it. Suffocating it will. Allowing it no place to go other than your deep subconsciousness to embed and control you will. And not let you take your life or destroy everything good you do receive. But it will kill you in that it will rob you from every feel sometimes we find ourselves really deep into our depression that we don't even know how to take ourselves out. I completely know how this feels because when I get really deep into it, it's like there's no way out and nothing said to me will help it. But sometimes I feel like it's in the most random moments you realize you don't always have to feel that way. This is page 66. How you learn best and how you could possibly integrate that form of comprehension into your life more often. Do things that are more visual or listen better. Try to experiment more often and so on. Now this is another little part because it comes in like, I guess you can say little parts. Alright. The people you smile at on the street this morning, the people whom you text regularly, the family you could visit to, the family you could stand to visit more, all the little bits of genuine human connection that you overlook because they have been givens. They have become givens. You know, I have a little bit of dyslexia, so this really helps me.